Hello everybody, welcome to Decaffeinated Photography. I'm Josh.
I'm Alex, and today we're going to be talking about the Canon AF35ML, a small retro point-and-shoot film camera.
It may be the size of your phone, but does it pack a punch? Let's find out. I don't know where I am right now.
The camera was made in 1980 and surprisingly continues its relevance today. The AF35ML is back in the 80s, the equivalent of a digital point-and-shoot you can get nowadays. There's no ergonomic grip for your hand and the design is very bland. The camera feels relatively heavy, but at the same time is made of plastic. I wouldn't recommend being careless with it, so you should probably use your camera strap.
And then it has everything that makes it a camera. It has a shutter button, a lens with a relatively large aperture of f1.9, and a 40mm lens. Literally the only thing that's manual about this camera is the ISO and when you want to use the flash. The Super Sure Shot, as it's also known as, has 3 focus modes. Unfortunately, I'm not super sure if it would nail the focus in any of them. There is a portrait mode, a group mode, and a mountain mode. Well, that's enough talking about it.
Let's get out there and shoot some film.
See, with today's point-and-shoots, typical point-and-shoots, usually get HD video recording, filters, playback, optical zoom, basic stuff like that. And, compared to this pretty advanced stuff, yeah, this doesn't have any of that. Go out there, shoot it, this frame is all you got. You gotta get closer, you gotta get closer. See, one thing it really does have going for it is the flash. It really doesn't need to pop up like that, but it does. Just to say, hey, look, I'm here. Notice me. This is the one feature I have that's actually advanced.
Shoot street photography, it's way too loud to do it and stay anonymous. I got the Fuji X100. You can shoot with that, it doesn't make a sound. You got this thing, and you put it down there, and you hit the shutter. Hey, everyone starts staring at you. It's too loud.
Hello guys.
How you going?
Want to supper? It's not with caramel.
I'm allergic to nuts.
Oh, so bad. So bad. Yeah, see you again.
See, the good thing about this camera is that it's small enough to put in your pocket, like, maybe not literally put it in there. It's about the same, it's a bit shorter than my phone. You compare the two, it's shorter than the phone. Obviously, about double the size, but it's not too big when you carry it around. It's not like you don't need a backpack with you. Just hold it in your hand, put it in your pocket, and you're good to go.
So the one thing I do like about this camera is that it's pretty much instantaneous. I mean, you point, you shoot, take the photo, it's done, go to the film lab, and then you look at the photo. That's it. You don't have to worry about any manual settings, what f-stop, what focus. It's all done for you. And one thing you can count on is that it's going to have the richness and the color of film. Something you don't get from digital point-and-shoots, which look very bad. Sometimes. Most of the time.
All the time.
There really is something freeing about it though. Like, when I'm walking around with my DSLR that I use usually, I'm always like trying to flick the little wheel thing. It's simple. That's what photography should be. Simple.
not sure how this thing will do in low light without the flash. That's the thing I'm worried about. We're out in broad daylight, harsh shadows and highlights today, and I'm fairly worried about how bad these photos are actually going to be. It should be interesting. So like the issue with this is I'm so used to taking inconspicuous like street photographs, and the shutter is so silent. You never really factor in like this, like the noise that a camera makes as like a point of purchase. But this one is so loud that I don't think it's good for street photography. Like I'm just going to go out and say it. I think it's bad for street photography. Focus is bad. I think the appropriate setting would be, you know, like a social event or something like that. Even then, like you're running thin with the amount of shots you get in focus and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the day goes.
The weird thing about this camera is I never know what shutter speed is actually going at. So I sort of want to try that out. Stay here.
That must have looked fairly weird. That dude over there was fairly weirded out. But
I know, I just ran past. It was so loud, dude.
Wait, you took the photo as you ran past him?
I took a photo. You'll see how that comes out in the end, I guess. I ran into the nearest door I could find, which is led to nowhere. I don't think this is meant to be like a place we can walk into.
Dude, should we go? Urban Explorers.
Urban Explorers. Hello everybody, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. This is the part of the video where we give our final thoughts.
It did pretty well, didn't it?
It did, I gotta say, it did really well.
I mean, you don't really have many expectations for a cheap, you know, $50 camera that you can buy at a thrift store.
Yeah, exactly. And every single photo sort of came out very well, even in focus or out of focus. Mostly out of focus. But
you know, but when they were in focus, you know, it did the job. It
did the job.
They were beautiful. I just like to say, the sound that it makes when you take the photos,
it's magical. Man.
Yeah, no, you just know that you're creating some magic there.
Yeah, I also want to point out the sky in every single one of the photos, in focus or out of focus, always looks good.
And like the exposure range, like it's always smack bang in the middle. Like nothing is
shadows
overblown.
aren't, shadows aren't, you know, too dark. The whites and highlights aren't way too high most of the time.
Do you have any thoughts on whether they should buy it, or?
I think, you know, if you can find it in an op shop, I wouldn't spend like $100 on it, and I wouldn't put expensive film like we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, get it. It's good.
I think it's worth the purchase. I think just for a nice little social camera, you take a look at these like nighttime photos and, you know, use a flash and you're good to go. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have any feedback, let us know. Thanks.
Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.